Good afternoon, folks. This is Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers, and it's 3 o'clock. And believe it or not, it is episode number 43. We're in our 7th week of 3 business tips at 3 p.m. and under 3 minutes, or about 3 minutes. For the past couple of weeks, I have been talking about business books that I think would really help solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and everything else. And they've all been about different particular elements of the business. This week, we're going to continue that theme. I'm going to continue to review a book, some of my favorite books, but we're going to focus on the mindset of what it takes to be a business owner or an entrepreneur. Now, for those of you that are in small businesses, you know what most people don't know that aren't in our industry, that owning and running a small business is really tough. Matter of fact, it's probably harder than people think. And as a business owner, as the owner of the business, the mindset that you have is probably the single hardest or strongest things you need to have in order to persevere through those tough times, in order to organize. When you work for somebody else, the organization's already established. There's already a routine. There's already a payroll figured out. There's a system in place. But when you're running your own business, when you are the business owner, it is so hard to stay positive and on task because you actually wear so many hats. So the mindset is a lot of what self-help sections of your library, small business sections kind of talk a lot about the business owner having the right mindset, the right frame. And so we're going to highlight a couple of my favorite books in this category. I'm going back old school. I have a book by David Yoho and Jeffrey Davidson. It's a little small book, came out about 20 plus years ago. It's How to Have a Good Year Every Year. And this is really into the psyche of what it takes to be a business owner. The book is broken down into 3 quarters, and the first third of it talks about what they call their EPOD theory. And that's what the whole book is about, and that's a lot of what we're going to talk about here in the next 30 seconds. EPOD is an acronym which stands for energy, persuasiveness, optimism, and discipline. And it's this whole concept that these guys believe that you have to have all 4 of these elements. Again, I'll repeat them: energy, persuasiveness, optimism, and discipline. So that's their EPOD theory. And then they talk about taking that theory into your own mindset and then applying it into your management for everything you do, from selling to managing employees to talking to them. Do you come into those with energy, persuasiveness, optimism, and discipline? And then the very last part of the book is what I call the extra touch. It really talks about the human factor of taking that EPOD, that energy, persuasive, optimism, discipline, and putting it into every element of the humans that you contact. So that's this book, How to Have a Great Year Every Year. That's my 3 for you today. It's the EPOD theory, taking that into management and giving it the extra touch, the human touch. So continue to be awesome and go back to sleep.